for most of them in Africa, contrary to what most people think, they're not looking for any hand-me-down or for anybody to do for them in particular. They just need leadership and structure. They're looking for leadership. They need a daddy. They need a covering. They need somebody that they can account to. Contrary to the American churches, most churches in America want to be freelance. They don't want to be accountable to anybody. They want to do their own thing. I find in Africa that most of these young men are looking for leadership. They need coverage. They need somebody that they can be accountable to. And so some of these churches are small churches that have, some of them have no close walls. Their walls is from east to west, north to south. And their ceiling is higher than the highest steeple that we have here, because their canopy is the heavens above them. They have no ceiling, no walls, no doors. They go in and out. They find a place in the field where they come together, but that's the ground that they consecrate for the place of worship. And folks would come there, they would assemble together, kneel down in that open field and pray. And I have this dear pastor, Sister Lydia, and she said, Bishop, we went out there for service one night. And when we went out there, it started to rain. And I have a word from the Lord to preach. And the only thing I could do is to raise my hand and pray and ask God to cease the rain. And she said, God, hold the rain up immediately. And she had a service, pray for the sick, deliver a man that was mentally, and he came to a place of stability. And as soon as they got out from the grounds, the rain started in a downpouring manner, as though God had it in his hand, held up, and he just moved his hand, and that place was soaking wet with the rain.
We're starting to do fundraisers to raise money to go back. They're calling every day, sometimes 6, 7 times for the day, calling Daddy Bishop. Yesterday I got a call from a young girl. She's 25 years old. She constantly calls me. She wants to come and live here with me. So she called yesterday. She said, Mommy, I miss you. I miss Daddy. And we can't wait for you to come back. And she hopes that when we come this year, that she'll be able to come to stay with me, not to visit. She wants us to adopt her.
While they are poor in earthly goods, they are rich in spirit. I've gone to churches, and many of them have no doors or windows. It's a curtain, like Moses' church in the wilderness. They have just curtains around the church, and no doors, no windows. And they have all their equipments, their keyboard, their drums, their pianos, their guitars and everything. And I asked one night, just one night, because once was enough, I asked, who's going to put these things up from church? They said, Bishop, ain't not move, everything stays here. Ain't nobody trouble anything here in this church. I said, you can't do that in America? I said, if I'm going to the corner store, I've got to make sure I lock the door, because if I leave that church open, a chair is going to be gone. My microphones are going to be gone. They left everything up. And I noticed that that wasn't just that one particular church. It was all the churches that I visited. Everything was left there just like they used them. And we talk here in America that illiteracy is the cause of crime. That is everything but true. Because in the slum where they live, it is the same place that the churches are, and nobody lost a microphone, nobody lost a keyboard, nobody lost their equipment, whether they use it for recording or otherwise. Everything stays right there, accessible and yet untouched.